evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. Attention. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Let's go.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Let's go.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Let's go, let's go.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Hello. I'm back. चलो ये क्वेस्ट पूरा करते हैं. सब ऊपर जा रहे हैं तो हम नीचे क्यों जा रहे हैं? Okay. We have some responsibility. हम ही तो मेन कैरेक्टर हैं, हम भी भाग गए तो. What?
They're here.
Okay.
Just like I said. You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh. प्रेशर इतना ज्यादा है कि कैसे ही रोक सकते थे फ्रीज करके.
3, 2, 1.
Shit.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Let's go, let's go.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Not low. Scary था ये तो. Damn.
Neverlet, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone. Will do. You have my...
Where is the opera house? अच्छा यहीं पर है. Let's go. अरे यार दौड़ नहीं पा रही हूँ तो.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet, though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a
Oh, so you two are the honored guests, Miss Farina.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion...
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside...
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss
Chai.
Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what child said was on the mark after all. Desserts with furry. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You...
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His mark...
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back. Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
फरीना को लग रहा है शायद में कुछ मिला के दिया है. अच्छा.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier, as you well know.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry.
Oh, and...
Because...
And where did he go after leaving the...
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must... Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was... Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter...
क्या चल रहा है?
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents... Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Suspicious.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't...
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
पता है
Wow.
अभी मैंने एक एडिट
So, what's
देखा
your
था
secret,
जिसमें ये
huh?
वाला वॉइस लाइन था
Let me
बैकग्राउंड में
guess.
ऐसे जैसे क्वाइट श्योर
Who
बोलता है ना
knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
ओह पतला पैर है इसका पैर
The day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
वाओ
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
वाओ इतना पावरफुल है न्यू विलेज ड्रैगन ने अपनी पावर दिखा दी हाँ
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess.
कमाल
We're
था
safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
तो चल रहा है इन दोनों का
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now?
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
इसको भी पता है
He already has tons of tea.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the over...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Har.
हम यहाँ कैसे आ गए कैसे अरे यार बड़ा माहौल बना रहे हैं ये तो ऐसे बीच में पॉज कर करके
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I—
What are you trying to...
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecies hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every
अरे यार
faction is looking
guillotine
for a
कैसे
way to either
mention कर रहे हैं ये
avert
लोग?
the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take...
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves in time. It is just...
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way.
God को
Would it be
provoke
possible
करिए.
for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
ये तो फिर भी valid
That
question है.
look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina.
Yes, that's exactly...
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem... Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too,
And cake.
Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you... Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was... If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and...
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss... it is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a...
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use...
Paimon's coming too!
ड्रैगन ने तो आगे फायदा उठा रही है। मुझे लगता है कि वो जवाब निकालना चाह रही है फरीना से और वो उसको ओवरवेलम कर देती है बहुत जल्दी। ये है रास्ता। अरे तो कम हो गया। Are we lost again? ये तो न्यूविलेट का ऑफिस था। How come we get lost एकदम आराम से बार-बार उधर जाने में शायद। Let's go.
I'm glad. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax, and to get anything out of you.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny... By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of... You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take care of it. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
Oh, stop careers.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not Beta? I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively,
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of...
Probably the handiwork of that...
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine Authority. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette. Oh, And I have an additional...
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official... The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be
बढ़िया
responsible
लग
for
रही
the
है
actual intelligence gap.
मस्त कैरेक्टर है एकदम लेट्स सी गो अब इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है थोड़ा पानी का
You
नॉइस
should
तो
know the
आता
rest.
रहता है
Linny's
के
group is quite
फाउंटेन
close to you, so they wouldn't have hid.
You
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. Of course, that is all just how I feel. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do... You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other.
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that soon... Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the knave has turned up. Permission granted.
अपनी कमाई गैम्बल नहीं करूंगी मैं सेव करूंगी
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? You can't tell us? Then...
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a...
It is said that a dragon of water was decided in fountain needed only to reach the sky. So recorded me. Wait a minute.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
What?
Oh? And what are you thinking?
Dragons are made of water?
Dragon of... huh?
Please do not be so surprised. My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the Dragon Sovereign...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you. There's still something Paimon...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fort, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have...
please go right ahead. There's a place that... We'll see you another time.
Take care.
ये तो बहुत बड़ा इंफॉर्मेशन था जो ऐसे कैजुअली दे दिया, नहीं मिले था हम लोग को. जानो क्यों रहने यार कैसे आ गए हम ये तो. How I hate this place. लेकिन उधर के वहीं आ जाते हैं. बड़ा सैड म्यूजिक चल रहा है पीछे. आपके पास 1 साल से नाविया है क्या? हाँ, लास्ट वाले बैनर से मिली थी, लास्ट ईयर ही. नहीं तो चलते हैं. गेट कहाँ है इसका?
Now I got stomach cramps.
फिर इससे लड़ूंगी. क्या नाम है इसका? भैया, गार्ड भैया. Good strength. जाने कहाँ बोल रहे हैं? चलो. क्या हमें अंदर नहीं आना था? खोलो. हम फंस क्यों गए अंदर? बोल. पीछे गाड़ी चल रहा था। हाथ से पता नहीं क्यों नोटिस हो। अच्छा मैंने लोगों से बात करनी थी। गेट के पास आके करने क्या बोल रहा है? अरे इधर चलते हैं गाड़ी।
You guys are back?
Crystal! Macaroon!
You guys didn't get
फिर
caught
से
and
गुम
thrown
हो
back
गए।
down here,
अरे
right?
यार
Huh?
सेंस ऑफ
No,
डायरेक्शन
no,
बहुत गंदा है।
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail.
no. We're sorry.
All right. There's no need to get caught up.
Hey, it wasn't just me.
Something like... I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear whenever he'd say that. I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're...
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pet.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make...
इसके पास जाना।
race you. Seedwing!
उधर से नीचे जाना था।
Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either... We're fine, but what about superficial injuries? But, of course, we must... How did Nervalet know that he... Well, Miss sure Nervalet has strong resonance with the hydro element. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just... If you're not too... Just let me know if you get a creep. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more...
लैग कर रहे हैं क्या? प्रिजन इस ऑफिस के भी अंदर जाना है क्या? नहीं हम गए थे ना। काफी जाना है 126 मीटर। क्या ये हमें रास्ता नहीं दिखा सकता?
Race you!
I am so lost फिर से।
Race you!
मुझे लगा कि मैं यहाँ से निकल गई, हो गया मेरा काम। I don't think it was on. Should we take the left? कहाँ जाता है ये लिफ्ट? जहाँ भी जाता है ले चलो, हम ऐसे भी अब खो गए हैं अंदर। नहीं, गलत पर जा। क्या करें? चल के देखते हैं। ऑफिस में जाके नीचे का रास्ता, हाँ एक रास्ता तो था ऑफिस में। यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट हो सकता है क्या? नीचे रास्ता तो जाने का ट्राई नहीं किया हमने। लेट्स गो बैक। कहाँ से रास्ता था? इधर से था ना? अच्छा इधर ही जाना था। तुम्हें और कोई जगह नहीं मिला है इससे अच्छा?
Courier, Miss Seishween told.
Yeah, I was
That's no excuse for. Huh?
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway?
Yep. That is still top secret.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but...
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier.
Oh yeah? Then...
You two really are
फिर
just
लड़ने
using your
शुरू कर।
jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
सबको पता है। अब कौन बचा है? Let's go back. क्या है अगर ऑफिस वाले तो कर लिया, ऊपर भी कोई निकला? ऊपर तो हम गए थे ना। वो दोनों कहाँ हैं जहाँ पर ये हुआ था? आपकी स्ट्रीम लूप पे चल रही है? ओह, आई एम नॉट श्योर क्या चल रहा है। नेटवर्क एरर हो रहा है शायद। मैं ना एक बार फिर से रीस्टार्ट करती हूँ। अरे यार नेटवर्क इशू हो रहा है, ऐसा करके मैं फिर से रीस्टार्ट करती हूँ।